So, Uma, you've asked a question. You've said, I have a question related to practice. Does bliss or ananda come immediately after meditation? And in brackets, you put holding on to the stillness or silence. And that's a description of meditation, I believe you've written. Or does it only come after the full-blown enlightenment? Many enlightenment beings and seekers say it does. I ask because in my case, I haven't experienced any such bliss. Only my ability to be aware of my thoughts has improved. And you started in February. Well, it's very early days. Bliss is your nature. Bliss actually is not something that comes and goes. There are two types of happiness or bliss. There's the happiness which is an experience, which increases as you spiritually mature. As you spiritually mature and spiritually evolve, the manifestation or the experience of bliss generally starts to increase. You start to feel happier and lighter in yourself, and the sense of well-being increases. It might not always be there, but it increases. And spiritual maturation just means the veil of ignorance is thinning. It means your attachment to this body-mind is weakening. Now bear in mind that as you're maturing, and as your attachment to the body-mind or ignorance is weakening, this is still all within the realm of ignorance. So there's only maturation and growth within the realm of ignorance. The self doesn't admit to any change. What you are is unchanged. The consciousness is aware of this less mature being, and then it's aware of this less mature being becoming more mature spiritually, let's say. But what you really are doesn't change. The consciousness is unchanging. And the nature of the consciousness is bliss. Bliss is just another word for the consciousness, or the existence. So it's what you already are. It's not something that you need to get. But naturally, the feeling of happiness and well-being will tend to increase as we worry less about the phenomenal world. And as we concern ourselves with the phenomenal world, then the feeling of well-being reduces because there's the fear. But the experience of happiness is actually secondary. It doesn't really matter so much. The concern with the experience of bliss is just concern with the phenomenal world, which shows an attachment to the body-mind and to experiences. Whereas when we don't really care about the body, mind, and experiences so much, then the natural intelligence takes over these things and looks after them, and we're happy.